Hey guys, it's Dr. Mo, and I am out walking for the first time in a long time, going for a long walk, considering it cross training for right now. I just started doing a pre-half marathon training program so I can work up to it. Super conservative. So I'm just working on consistency. And what this made me think about today, as I was just talking to a couple of business associates, I guess, best way to say it, I don't know, friends. They're friends, but they're like friends of another level, which is super cool because they help make things better in our practice. Just better. So anyway, I was thinking about this because I saw two things. First of all, once you know better, you do better. Maya Angelou, maybe? Anyhow, I can't remember who said that quote, but it wasn't me. And I liked it, so I'm going to use it. But I just know it wasn't me. We're learning that with the laws changing, with the COVID declarations going away, emergency declarations going away in healthcare, we're learning that we have to do some things differently, which is great, right? Because I want an ironclad practice. We are in this for the long run. We are not in this to make a quick buck. We are in this to change lives. And I can't change lives if we're out of business or doing things illegally. That's a big fat no. And I realized that with one of the ways we were doing things, it wasn't illegal, but there are ways that I could do it 10 times better. So we're working toward that, and it'll change. It'll morph a little bit. But Nikki, who you'll see, in the other states that I always push patients to if they're in other states that we don't serve, she's helping me with that. And we brought somebody new on to help us from a consulting perspective on policies and procedures. One of my favorite books is Who Not How, and I've talked about it before, with Ben Hardy and Dan Sullivan. I'm terrible at writing things down in order. It is not my forte. I don't like it. And I want to build this thing, and I want to document what we've done, but I don't really want to, right? Because I suck at it. Well, Rob doesn't. He loves doing it. I'm like, get out, really? I didn't know anybody liked that crap. So he does. And he wants to do something similar to what we've done. So I'm like, oh, I can show you how. Can you write it down? So now we've got this little trio of providers that are going to change the world. That's our goal. Small goals. But that wasn't what I was going to talk about. I was online this morning, and there was not a patient, just somebody on a group that was talking about starvation mode. And I absolutely know that there is a sweet spot with energy level, energy partitioning, and activity. And I actually was just introduced to a study this morning by a well-respected colleague that if you increase your calories by 100, and cut your calories, what was the study? By 450 calories versus 550 calories. If those 100 calories, so you get to eat 100 calories more a day, which doesn't sound like much unless you're, trying to lose weight, then it sounds like much. Increase it by with protein, period. Not protein and carbs, not protein and fat, protein. In the length of the study, that I admittedly cannot recall, I read it a whole 5 hours ago, so I don't remember, but the participants lost 5 pounds of fat eating 100 calories more. Well, doesn't that just show you that calories in, calories out doesn't matter? Yes and no. The energy it takes to burn off protein is more than the energy it takes to burn off carbs or fat. Burn off, use. Let's just call it use. It's not burning off. I spoke incorrectly there. So starvation mode is not a thing, right? Fasting is not magic. Keto is not magic. Sustainable is magic. And that brings me into the second point. Once you know better, you do better, right? So I've told people to do all kinds of crazy things as a nutritionist, as an athletic trainer, as a triathlon coach over the years. And once you know better, you do better. You read studies, and studies seem like they're okay, or, hey, this result's great. A lot of it is personal, right? Nothing worked for me. There was so much struggle and so much mental anguish. Well, there was a component that wasn't being addressed. And thank goodness that I was exposed to Manjaro when I was, because I mean, it was at wit's end. You know, I found a picture the other day that I posted. It's in our school website, the comparison of me at my heaviest like a year and a half ago to now. And I fluctuated quite a bit in there because I'd lose 10 pounds and then I'd gain 20 or whatever, you know, just whatever. I'm not talking about my struggle today. I'm just not, because you know what? I'm not struggling today. I'm loving this, right? Like, I'm out for a walk, I'm talking to my people. So, which brings me to the actual second point, right? Is maintenance. Maintenance is kind of a misnomer, right? Yes, you are maintaining, but it's not what we think. It's not like we diet and then we maintain. It's you get to this point of maintenance. It's called life. You're living. This is what life is. You know, I am living in this amazing body, which was amazing before. It was just 50 pounds heavier. And boy, it got me through a lot of crap, right? A lot of crap. A lot of emotional, relational issues, Ironmans, half Ironmans, marathons. You know, I might not be fast, but I'm persistent. And I am persistent, and I wasn't going to stop until I found a way to achieve what I knew was possible, or what I thought was possible. I don't know, right? Because the weight loss maintenance or body composition maintenance, right? Even if we're not calling it weight loss, it's not really about weight loss, right? It's about excess fat loss. It's about losing your dead weight. It's so funny. I'm listening to a book, speaking of Ben Hardy right now, 10x is easier than 2x, talking about dead weight. What are the things that you need to cut out to elevate to the next level? It's no different with health. What is the 80% of behaviors you're doing? Those of you who are my patients, you know from Monday, you know, I probably have pathologic behaviors, probably 20% of them from before. I'll take that as progress. We'll go with it. But what's the 80% of crap you're doing that does not serve you? It does not serve your health. It doesn't serve your relationships. You know, how can things be better? So, but maintenance is messy. I have a video about this months ago. I've been at the same, relatively within the same 5 pounds, which is what I consider maintenance of where my body wants to be. And you say, well, how do you know where your body wants to be? Because it wasn't the number I set when we started. That's how I know it's my body. I don't feel very good if I'm at that number. I feel like I'm overfed and bloated. And it's about math. You're making me math here. When I exercise, mathing goes out the window, a lot of it. It's 5 or 6 pounds less than I thought it would be. But I'm also not exercising in the way I would like to be either. You know, I have lots of low intensity stuff. I finally have started consistent strength training. Sure, I'd like to gain a couple pounds of muscle, but I'm a nearly 50-year-old woman. That shit's not happening overnight. And anybody who tells you it is lying. It's like weight loss. One of the people on the forums this morning was very discouraged because her weight loss was slow. And I'm using weight loss, just listen, you know what I mean. It's slow. Yeah, gets that way. Sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's fast. Sometimes you have a lot of years of metabolic damage. You know, your body's slow to adapt. Your body's slow to pick it up. Slow to get it done. So, I'm looking for the helicopter, seeing who's flying. But, I don't know, we're making a difference. And I'm excited about that. And I wanted to share it. And my thoughts on maintenance today. That it's not really maintenance, it's just life. You know, I don't want to go back. Therefore, I want to do the things that keep me here. And do more of the things that keep me here. And cut out the things that cause me to either gain weight, gain bloat, gain stress. Whatever. Find people who like to do it. And it's not just about outsourcing. You know, it's about thinking. So for those of you who don't know, who aren't like close friends with me or patients, because I've said that too, right now our master bath, our master suite, as we're calling it, because we're going to repaint our bedroom, is waiting for insurance to make final recommendations so we can actually have the shower that is now openly communicating with the closet rebuilt and the closet redone. So while we wait for that, you know, that's technically stressful, right? People would think that was stressful, but I can't fix it. I'm not the restoration company who can tell me where the water damage is. That's the next step. I have to wait for the insurance company, because if I do it before then, I run the risk of them denying the claim. Right, so homeowners insurance is about the same as health insurance. Nobody wants to pay anything. So we're just doing the right thing, and it's kind of how we roll. It's the best way to do things, but I'm cutting out 80% of my goal is, right? Let's see if this can happen. I'm getting rid of the majority, we'll say that, getting rid of the majority of my clothes in my closet. I did a shoe purge recently, so that should be okay. But I have so many clothes. I have a lot of old Iron Man t-shirts. I'm gonna take pictures of them. And remember that the shirts are not the memories. It doesn't take away my accomplishment because I don't have the shirt any longer. You know, for those, I might actually put them in a bin in storage for a bit. But the ones that aren't from races or special, they need to be donated because people need clothes. You know, I could outfit a freaking small town with the amount of clothes I have. And this isn't even counting the fat clothes that I got rid of. I only have my regular size. So, all right, I'm gonna cut this off because number one, it's too long. And number two, my phone is really hot. So I'm gonna put it in my pocket so I can listen to my audiobook and get out there today, enjoy some sunshine. And if you don't have sunshine where you are, bring your own. All right, we'll chat soon.